Good morning, boys and girls. It's a short week. Spring break is upon us. All right, let's get through it. Today is April 6th, 2020. All right, we're going to be working with scale factor again, but this time we're going to be changing scales. Ooh. All right, but before we begin, I want to tell you about our one formula that we can use when we compute scale factor from one drawing to the other, okay? This formula is quantity equals percent times whole, okay? And in this case, the whole stands for the actual size of the drawing, and quantity stands for the scale of the drawing, okay? So I'm going to show you number one. All right, let's hop to it. The scale factor from drawing 1 to drawing 2 is 41 2/3. Okay? This is what it looks like. This is what our picture looks like, okay? Scale 1 to scale 2, okay? And look, you could see, you could also get on top of your packet, they give you the lesson summary where it tells you kind of about the lesson. So you haven't saw that, it's a good resource to use, all right? Let's check it out. All right, so the scale factor from drawing 1 to drawing 2 is 41 2/3%. Justify why drawing 1 is the scale drawing of drawing 2, and why is it an enlargement of drawing 2. Include the scale factor in your justification, okay? So that's a whole lot of stuff that we just took in. But here are the key things that I took from that. The question is, justify why drawing 1 is a scale drawing. Okay, so they already told you what drawing 1 is. Drawing 1 is the scale, okay? So when we're thinking about percents, we're working with percents here. What's the top percent that we can have? What's the top percent you can get on a test? That's right, it's 100. So since I know drawing 1 is the scale, I know percents are out of 100, all right? The length in drawing 1, the quantity, is 100. All right, because that is my scale. All right, so I got to find what the scale factor is. So I'm looking for P, I'm looking for percent. Okay, and since the actual is the whole, the actual here is 41 2/3%. Okay, so let's check it out. Okay, let's see here. So we know it's 100% equals percent times 41 2/3, okay? So what I want to do is I'm just going to get rid of this 41 2/3, right? I'm going to get rid of it. And since they're multiplying, I'm going to be dividing by it. 41 2/3. All right, you know this cancels out. Okay, now I'm left with 100% over 41 2/3%. Okay, so let's do a quick little thing here. All right, so I'm going to change my mixed number into an improper. Okay, so I got 41 times 3. I got 3, I got 12. Okay, and then what's left, the numerator is 2. So I'm gonna add 2. So my new fraction is now 100 over 125 over 3. Okay? Again, this is looking kind of ugly. So what I'm gonna do here is I am going to get rid of this 3. And if you say, Mr. DeSalvo, how can I do that? Well, think about just our denominator for a minute. What's the 125 and the 3 doing? What operation? They're dividing, right? So how do we undo division? Oh, by multiplication. So to get rid of this 3 here, I'm just going to multiply by 3. Right? Now I'm going to golden rule it, because what I did to the bottom, I'm going to do to the top. So multiply this by 3. Okay? So now I got 300 over 125. All right? And what can we think now? What do we think about this? Now that I got this, okay, I'm going to get my scale factor, right? So I'm going to do 300 divided by 125. And you can reduce 2 if you want, but I'm just going to go full out with my numbers. I'm going to go straight to it, all right? So 125 fits into 300 2 times, right? Times 2, it's 250. Okay. I got 50 left over. Now, 125 does not go into 500. I mean to 50. So I'm going to add the 0. That's where I just said 500. I was thinking ahead. And you know when I add the 0 in the bottom, I add the decimal up here. Okay? So 125 into 500. Well, let's see. If I know that 125 goes into 300 2 times with 250, right? What's doubling 250? Why, that is 500, right? So if I double 2, I get 4. And let me just check if this is correct. 4 times 125. Just like to double check my work. Is 500. Boom. So we got 0, right? So 2.4. Now, here's the thing. We have to make this into a percentage because we have scale factor. So if I have 2.4, right? Since I'm having a decimal, I have to move my decimal which way? 2 times to the left to make a percent, or 2 times to the right to make a percent? That's right, it's 2 times to the right. So I start here and I go 1 and I go 2, right? Fill in the 0. So 240%, okay? That is your answer. And what does 240% mean to you? It means that drawing 1 is a scale drawing of drawing 2. And the reason behind this, since drawing 1 is larger, it's larger than drawing 2, so that means we have a scale factor that's greater than 100. So since it's greater than 100, it's an enlargement. Okay? So these are all of the problems today are kind of like the same thing. You're going to get everything from your question, and then all you have to do is fill in the formula: quantity equals percent times whole. And remember, quantity is scale and actual is whole. Okay? If you have any questions, please put them in the Google Classroom. Have a great day, and let's get through it, right? I'll see you.